like the.
Which attack was that?
That last one that you did.
You went.
I tried to go for the back. So are you recording this?
Yeah.
So like.
Yeah, that was an interaction.
I had like a. Actually, you know what? Because you've showed me that triangle, I'm also finding. I'm finding if I. So go from K guard. Actually, if I can just discuss, and you can tell me if you feel. What? Maybe actually, I'll show what I'm feeling, and then you.
Okay.
Say how you, because there might be some adjustments you would make that will help me a lot. So I've been finding, I want to get this one under, but I don't want to do it now because you just come around.
The side.
It's been feeling good to put this.
This distance creation
nice.
works really well.
Yeah.
Of course, you're comfortable with foot locks, but it's always that
pressure
sure. Here. Yeah. You're okay with that. So when you do it using the toes that you do, pushing out, like that's what. I feel like I can fly it and I can pace you down, because if you relax the foot, even if I don't get it, I can start to cause you a little bit of attention. Yeah. So then when the toes are adjusted here, this is one in particular you do all the time. This, you know, you never fly anyways. So I feel like this is creating the distance. So you push enough to create the next.
And especially, I feel like I want to. I'll get you over go as well, but like I feel like I want to hold this just so you don't like circle back under.
You can hold the wrist. You can try to get the triceps.
But now I feel like going like, do you feel like you can get this here? If I flatten it,
it's okay now. Here, it's not ideal.
Oh, for me or
for you? Okay. I wanna be already here. Because here is my only chance to kill this leg and create a transition. Right. This is pretty much what happened on this counter. He went to the back from there and eventually.
So ideally here now, because now you can't push that.
Yeah, now this is pretty much gone for me. Yeah. For me to beat this, so how your knees are really together here, there's not much space for you to pummel it.
That's where
you do so well. Because I want to find anything.
I might be doing that naturally, but I'm not. Now that I'm aware of that's the space, I can probably do that better.
So this stops me. I can't go in. I can't go out because you're holding me here.
Yeah.
So ideally, I want to be able to come here.
Yeah. Actually, maybe I am actively aware. Yeah. So I want to get like. So I think I first have to kind of like.
That's what you do here. That's exactly what you do.
And
now the foot's gotta find it. Yes. And now don't let me settle with your hips. You bring me back out.
Grab here.
And that's when you
have to go here. But obviously that's not like you're obviously letting me play with it a bit, but you're not letting me get there.
And there's the battle. When you're getting here pretty well.
Yeah.
You catch really smooth now.
Yeah.
Come here and you get to this point here, and then I'm starting to do anything like that, and then connects a lot of stuff that you do here.
Yeah.
So I have to be super careful when you do it.
I'm doing a weird thing. I think I've seen Levi do this, and this might be where, like, turning this down and trying to like use that to scoot back. But that's where you got my knee.
That's exactly.
So you stepped over.
Yeah.
With a you're just dropping your hip here.
Yeah. Yes. It was a transition of you going and coming back.
Well, that's annoying.
Right. Because when you went there. We were scrambling because I killed this legs here on the bottom, and then you come over here. That's what I saw. Yeah. See? 1, 2, and all the way down here.
Yeah, nice.
And that's where, if I miss the knee bar, if you try to turn the defense somehow.
I feel like it's really risky. Like if I feel like I should try to turn this way.
And that's exactly
I'll
be reversing.
But I also feel like if I tried to do that, it might have
if it's on.
Yeah, it was already like.
It's usually any knee turn has to be before the zip.
Yeah.
So you can still have a room on the foot, on the ankle here, so you can let it turn. So it has to be always before. I think that was a very interesting transition.
It was cool. Yeah.
We haven't been in this situation.
Yeah.
It changed the dynamic completely.
It was cool.
Because usually you have this setup over here. And you kind of try to figure out, I'm trying to kill this up. Yeah. So eventually, somehow,
We're trying to like fight like this.
And usually I try to be in front of it so you come up. Yeah. So this time I missed it.
Well, I think because I had the leg, it lets me get a little further back.
Exactly. So now this is what happened. This is what happened. Don't worry. I remember this feeling now. I remember that when I was trying to beat you here to come back out, you had this knee blocking me here.
Yeah, this is what you did. If I can talk about what, like, because actually I really like this scramble. And if I get up like this, you go behind me. Right? Yeah. So I always try to like go here, but that's giving you that. Like when you caught I must have turned it in a little bit here, enough for you to get that. Okay. So for me, I have to like, can you get that now if I step wide? a little. Oh yeah, okay. Maybe if maybe I just have to turn. If you go for that, I have to like drop.
If you're dropping on the gap, and this is where I'm trying to hold your hips to don't let it happen.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm up that.
It's the battle. It's the battle. If you free your hips, that's what you want to do.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to slow down your hips so I can maintain the position. That is the actual battle, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Like,
that's cool.
This is only on the final product.
Yeah.
On the last transition moment where I be on the top or you go on the top, I have your hip, you have my head. Whoever got the hip position got the advantage. The disadvantage that you had is that you're coming back from the bottom to the top. Who's going to the top is slower.
Yeah.
Right, sometimes. So
you're waiting to take advantage of it.
But I felt like the initial scramble, I lost it completely because you had that awkward knee that I could not free.
Yeah.
And this is one of the things that I always, as a concept fighting, I always try to be in front of the knees at all times.
Yeah.
So if we are scrambling any position, if we are here, I want to be in front of those knees because if I get here, I'm always able to square you out.
Yeah.
Put your knees on the ground.
Yeah.
It's nicely done there.
Yeah.
So that battle that I'm transitioning here, I'm defending this and you're blocking this knee here. Sometimes
I try to get up like this. Yeah.
It became so close.
Yeah.
It became a problem. So my only option was, okay, go something here to try to eventually, you know,
that's nice.
do some sort of like that and as a last source. It was really tricky to go on the top because I thought I want to be passing, I want to be in front of the side control.
Yeah.
And bam, you came up so close.
Can I get you to go through the K triangle?
Look, did you bring the mic?
Nah, we'll have a crying baby in the background, but that's alright. Do you prefer this side or which side do you prefer?
I prefer this side.
Yeah.
You do that side.
Twenty.
So here, I go hand to hand.
So I just want to see like if you were here, like just now that I've played with it a bit, just want to feel your like pressures and what you would do. So if we go.
Baby,
And
it's okay.
if we go back for a sec, like let's say I'm up a bit. Do you feel comfortable here? Like, do you feel this is okay for a moment?
I can use my
I've been doing that. Just like I felt like if it was definitely felt like it was out this side, then
That's no good.
it's no
This is
good.
a no good.
And out this side's probably no good either.
I don't like it.
I
I
feel
never
like
like
this was like
compress.
just to try to knock them.
Yeah, because this keeps the distance.
Yeah.
So you can have room to use your hip.
Yeah.
You need very little room because your hips are so mobile.
Yeah.
I feel like I need to build more room.
Yeah.
I have to really sometimes bring myself up into my shoulder because my back hurts when I get.
Sure.
So I get the spaces like this.
Yeah.
So I constantly put you pressure.
Yeah.
Put the back to make you want to go forward.
So I'm just even thinking here. So you're not too concerned now with this being like high. You're happy just like hooking my back and staying tight.
And I'll tell you what's going on for me here in particular.
Yeah.
This, I know it goes there, like a cut.
Yeah.
I don't hesitate.
Yeah.
So as long as I'm not collapsed here, where you push over.
Yeah.
So exactly, being here, it gives me this sense.
Yeah.
I push you to make you want to go forward.
Yeah.
And now look here. I can do this, and I know that I'm not going to sometimes close perfectly there.
Yeah.
But that will be enough to do this and look. Then change direction. So I glue into armpits and neck with my toes.
Yeah.
And I drive you forward. One, and look. Nice. And I have those adjustments here.
And he's like, is this, you know, you've got that pressure on, like with your knee over with your left knee. Is that like the main, let's say like both feet are open, like let's say we're like here or something. Where's your like, what are you thinking in terms of your pressure with your legs here?
Me, I want to be able to catch anything that allows me to
reaching the arm even, right?
have this. I want it free, so that connects perfectly here.
Yeah.
So what you had a bit of an arm there, didn't you?
Yeah, I tried to put that in.
So
Yeah.
I go here.
Yeah.
Put the hand through. Look.
Nice.
And now I can go back to close. So cool. I do this perhaps any chance I've got.
Yeah.
If there is an obstacle for the compression on the neck, I try to
Just like
go. If it's the top position, inverted triangle, I do a Kimura setup.
Yeah.
And then I pull the Kimura fast.
Yeah.
So you slip from the hand because I take advantage of the swat.
As well.
And then I threat the Kimura. So they worried about hand, they're trying to save it. And they usually give the slight lift on the arm for the closure.
Yeah.
So that is the same mentality if you are here.
If I get that
So
in,
let's
you
say
can,
I'm veering, and you're making a spot for me here.
Yeah.
I only need to put enough pressure to slide my hand.
Yeah.
I go to the Kimura and I do slightly explosion
Yeah.
to pop this hand, because sometimes this hand is right
I
there,
have
right?
to get up and then you
Yeah, I want to thread this to make you kind of want to reach the hand. Sometimes I grab it, and then I go there. I just, and I have a better zip.
Cool. That's very helpful.
No, it's I think that, you know, by adding, like we discussed before, the attacks that are opposite to the ones that we play, it tends to give what we truly want.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And I feel like the inverted triangles, any neck attack promotes worry, concerns, leaning back.
Yeah.
They expose the legs, knees. They compromise the balance.
Yeah.
And I use that to be more threatened there. Or the same way it applies if you attack the legs, they want to keep the legs out of the way, they come forward a lot more.
Yeah.
And then those arm triangles
Yeah.
and Kimura comes into play. And the retention reference to attack also is a false sense of success for the other person. They feel they're crushing you and feeling comfortable coming into your space.
Yeah.
And if you have the control of the leg space, you always threat into the arm bursts. You know, I forgot the name. The
choiba.
The choiba.
The
choiba style armor. It comes over from understanding the feet positions.
Yeah.
And this is a technical thing that I find that you have so well on your attacks. You have a sensitivity on your toes, where it needs to be to lead to your whole leg.
Yeah.
So if that is the reason why it works so well is because you have you avoid your whole limb being controlled by giving proper directions to your edge, which is, we call it the head of the snake concept.
Yeah.
You know, you get a snake controlled by the head, by the neck.
Yeah.
So you direct the whole body.
Yeah.
So the same thing with the foot. So if you only hold the ankle, for example, if I pin an ankle down, for example, I'm trying to isolate however I can. I say I'm scrambling here. You start scrambling here. We're here, and if I hold this, I have the edge of the ankle, but then your toe still does the job circling in.
Yeah.
And when we are scrambling to your side of the game, if you do it's the same. Look how your toes is creating great directions for your whole knee. Because your toes is pointing that way, your knee can be completely turned, and you're inverted, you're already attacking, keeping the pressure down. So that is the same concept. So if you have this understanding, you can always get places that people usually don't see. So if I'm gonna be playing with you here for the inverted triangle, if you have exactly the same directions of toes,
I'm sort of like doing
see,
it.
it's completely, and the toes here gives me the edge. So if you pinch this, and throw me over. Look, boom, now I slide it. Wow. Nice. So, and that would be on this element or any other element, right?
There's maybe something I focus on a lot. I think just from like working a lot of guard retention. Actually, even just like the style of guard I play, but just like trying to get my feet, or just like as. Sorry.
I gotta get him.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Unless someone wants to hold this.
If someone want to pick him up, probably.
I'll pick him up.
If you lift
So
him up,
just
he'll-
record. You can move this by just this one.
Okay.
Thank you.
In control.
All right. Something I've been like trying to focus on in terms of where my, especially foot placement, but like, I think there's two areas where it's hard to clear feet. One is like tucked in at the hip, just like when you try to push off there, it's hard to get at. And even better is like armpit, because like the hardest spot.
I can't find anything underneath there.
Anywhere else my foot is, you can use your hands to clear. But like an armpit is always like hard. Obviously watching out for leg locks. But, so especially if I'm this way, it's hard to like harder to circle
and by me trying to give you all the space.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you can do it, but you have to like back out. So I try to like just like I'm either like here or sometimes even like shins go under here, foot goes here. Like now I'm using this automatically going there, but yeah, like that's a concept I try to work with a lot because I know you can like I can move my hand anywhere, but like under here it's not like accessible.
How fun is this? Because you know you were there, another side of the world training, and I'm in this side. I'm thinking, kill the head of the snake. Yeah. And as a guard player, you're doing the reverse psychology.
Yeah.
Hide the head. Hide the head.
Yeah.
Right. So that reapproves the if you are using a concept, you can reverse into the offense, the offense and the defense. Yeah. Or the counter attack to be offensive. Yeah. I find it fascinating. How number one of the hardest things I found about you is how to control the head of the snake with you. Yeah. Because you are so good at hiding the head of the snake. Yeah. And that's why I find such a great battle. Yeah. To play that game while you're trying to hide it, and then we're playing for relevant thing all the time. Because if one of us have the edge, it just spirals into multiple attacks, and it's like those are the little things that people don't tend to see on the game as often.
Very little battles, but make such a difference. It's like just